What's going on, guys? Trav and Mark here. So we're discussing the DCEU today, kind of like our MCU discussion, Spider-Man. This time it's going to be DCEU, and it's going to be mainly Batman, but it might kind of jump into the DCEU basically, or a little bit, but we're going to try and base it around Batman for the most part.
Like as he said last time we did it, it was a Spider-Man, but it was still connected to the MCU, so we brought a few things up here and there, but this time, well, it's the same thing with DC, but it's going to be a Batman-based video. Yeah. But we could jump into maybe a Justice League topic, maybe related if
it involves Batman, it could very well happen.
So there you go.
First and foremost, I just want to get it out there that I love Ben Affleck and his portrayal of Bruce Wayne and Batman. I thought he did a good job of it, and he's making it seem more like he feels more like a detective again, which is what Batman is. He's a detective. A ninja detective.
See, that's what I always found about Bale's Batman, is that Bale's Batman was ninja Batman.
Ninja part.
Whereas Batman I never really looked at as a ninja up until that point. Whereas this does remind me of that animated series Batman, but just way more intense. And that's another thing I will put. I did give Ben Affleck shit.
I did
going
too.
in. He did prove me wrong, as he said. Like, Ben Affleck probably is to date my favorite on screen. Like,
well, everyone going into it,
live action Batman.
I think everyone thought it was going to be he was just going to do a terrible job, and then you go see Batman versus Superman, and it's not the movie you expect it to be. And the best part about it was Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, that's just it. Overall, he was the best part of Batman v Superman. With me, I had high hopes for, I was expecting Man of Steel 2, whereas this was trying to be a Batman movie, and a Man of Steel 2, a Dawn of Justice movie.
They tried to jam
it was like
film.
4 movies in one, is what they did.
Like, I've said to him a couple times that they just should have did the layout so differently, and they should have built up to this and had a Wonder Woman movie, a Batman movie, maybe even Man of Steel 2 before, build up this hate for Batman to want to fight Superman instead of just build it up for a movie and then have it just so anticlimactic that...
So with that being said, basically, we're gonna look at DCEU's future in this video as if it's like the Batman EU.
Well, that's what it is to me right now, is the DCU doesn't really got much hope. Like, it does, and it should. It should, by rights, have more hope than Marvel in a lot of ways. Like, they have so many better bad guys, but they're just... I don't know if it's the directors or Warner Bros. They're just... It might be Warner Bros.
You know it's Warner Bros.
Just poking their nose in, and they're just... They need to let the directors do their thing, and...
You know that's exactly what it is.
But, the next Batman solo film, I hope Jared Leto's in it as the Joker. Whether he's a big part in it or not, I don't know. But I want some explanation as to why he is the way he is. And I feel like he might even be... Is it Jason Todd, the Robin that's dead in Batman vs. Superman? I do believe that... Or dead. I think... Anyway, I think the Robin in Batman vs. Superman that's dead is the Joker.
I have also said that, and that just leaves the theory open for a Batman movie to introduce the real Joker.
Like, we were talking to is kind of just screwing around, because I don't think they'd ever do that, but it would be cool if, someone like Mark Hamill, for instance, was the actual Joker, and he turned Jason Todd, Robin, into the new Joker.
But the thing is that it would be easy, because all they'd have to do is base it off of the Batman Beyond. Whenever Terry McGinnis was Batman, Bruce Wayne was old and stuff. Whereas in this, Bruce Wayne is a little older. He's not as old as he was in that.
They could still do that with the Nightwing.
They could do, yes.
Instead of Batman Beyond, kind of forge Batman Beyond into Nightwing.
But whenever they turn Jason Todd into the Joker, a little Joker in that movie, it could basically be a version of that, but in the DCEU.
Yeah. So what was something else we wanted to talk about Batman related? We're just kind of doing this
I
unscripted stuff,
don't
so bear
think
with
it's
us.
a good idea that they do plan to release like 4 Batman movies in that
Did you
same
hear
year. Yeah, and I guess it's all legit. I guess
Like, I'm down for that, but that just... I'm hoping if they do release 4 Batman movies in one single year, I am just hoping that they do not plan on releasing any other DC movies.
That's why I'm looking at it as like a Batman extended universe instead of a DC universe.
Which is what it should have been all along.
It shouldn't have even been that. It should have started like that and then built to a DCEU.
Like the Dark Knight trilogy, I think they should have built off that, maybe recasted actors, whatever, but just built off that.
Mm-hmm.
And because you could have fit Man of Steel in with that world, it could have worked. But we got what we got.
And in all honesty, I'm happy that we got something, but not Man of Steel, but Batman v Superman itself, like, I'll say the exact same thing Jeremy Johns said. That movie definitely was a waste of potential. Not an awful bad movie. Like, there's all kinds of enjoyment in the movie. I'm not trying to bash the movie, but for Batman and Superman's together on the live action screen for the first time, that should have been like Star Wars, whenever Star Wars first came out.
You amongst us probably, I remember still to this day, I remember leaving the theater from Batman versus Superman and my father just being disappointed in it, and me, I wasn't completely disappointed in it, but I did leave the movie feeling like they really missed something, and it could have been so much more, but it wasn't. And it made me go into Civil War thinking something like that was going to happen, and Civil War just blew my mind. But that's just, again, showing how much better Marvel is than DC. And I don't mean in comics, I mean in the studios. Like, just Disney is letting Marvel do so much more, and Warner Bros. Is not letting DC do enough.
That's where Marvel is winning, because Disney is already so financially set that, like, Marvel, like, it makes them a lot of money, but it's not like we need Marvel to survive. So it's like, okay, Marvel, go and do your own thing, basically.
It's funny because the DCEU is kind of going with the almost too realistic approach, whereas Marvel is starting to go from that realistic to just...
And it's getting more and more comic booky than...
Which is what DC needs to do, but I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't say I have high hopes for the DCEU. I want to have high hopes for it. I want to see it do good, but it's just...
Oh, well, me too. And like, as people say, like, it is doing good. It is doing financially well.
But just not as good as...
with fans, I'm not even sure about critics, because I don't really care what critics say. And
half the critics are riding Disney and Marvel's dicks when it comes to DC.
Like Rotten Tomatoes and all that stuff. Like, I don't personally follow any of that stuff. I follow the box office because I'm aware, like, that's what the studios are looking at on how much money they make.
I'm more interested in what they're making than Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 24%, but it makes fucking almost $1 million.
Yeah, I don't care. So. Whereas where the movie, when it starts making money too, that doesn't make it a good movie, but like, if people are going to it, then it must be worth something.
Yeah.
So, but financially it's doing great, but just the fans themselves just say it's not enough. I'm not a gigantic Batman fan. I've never read a Batman comic in my life. I'm all like the cartoons and the movies.
I love Batman.
Whereas, and even to me, I feel as though that should have been better. And like that, I don't even want to know what you thought.
Well, the solo film... Where was I going with that? The solo film, this new director, Matt Reeves, I don't know...
Is Matt Reeves directing it?
Yeah, he's officially directing it.
So there we go. If Matt Reeves directs it and Warner Brothers lets him do what he wants and what Ben Affleck wants, like, personally, then yes, we will get a very good Batman movie.
I only know Matt Reeves from Planet of the Apes movies, and
he did Cloverfield.
See, I didn't even know that.
But yeah, he did.
No, yeah, you told me that before. Yeah. But I never got into the Cloverfield movies. I only seen a bit of the first one. But I love the Planet of the Apes movies, so I do think he could make a good Batman movie. I just don't know what.
Do you
kind
think
of Batman
do you think a Batman movie should be done without Jared Leto's Joker?
I think it could be done. Do I think it should be done? No. I think they need him in this movie. They need to set some things straight with him and give the audience what they wanted in Suicide Squad, and then they can go on. I'd be fine with a Joker and Harley movie where they're the good guys, like it's their perspective, and Batman's the bad guy in this movie. I think that would even be a good movie, not necessarily a Batman movie, but Batman heavily influenced and based in it.
Instead of Batman v Superman, we should have just got Batman versus the Joker.
Yeah. And
Batman
Suicide
versus
Squad,
Joker.
like Suicide Squad, I heard, well, everyone's heard that the main bad guy, the director wishes now that he had made the main bad guy the Joker instead of the crazy shit we got, which I can only imagine that movie would just be.
I feel as though, like, Superman was one thing, right? But that in my head, that movie kind of took a lot of the realism out of the DCEU. Because Superman is the only one that they look to as a god type thing. Whereas these criminals are fighting these otherworldly, demonized beings. Like it does kind of... That was the point where I was just like, okay, Batman's just this rich vigilante and he's going to fight this god because he doesn't like him. I'm going to get, like... It's
why aren't
fake,
they helping out with
but
this shit?
in a realistic approach that somebody would want to take with that, it works. Like, you could say, okay, that's real enough. But whenever you start taking, like, demons and, like, all this other stuff and, like, all, like, the possessing and turning, shape-shifting,
Oh,
like,
man, the whole
that stuff's...
third act of that movie just...
It was... Yes. It's...
Imagine if the Joker had just been the bad guy, that we had no crazy.
That would have
shit
been a
in the
perfect
air.
setup. It's like that movie. It could have been the Suicide Squad, Joker, a little bit of Batman.
And it would have been grounded, and it could have been bad enough that Batman's like, oh, Suicide Squad's fighting with Joker, let them deal with it.
Exactly. That's...
But with such a big fight that wound up happening in Suicide Squad, like, and then Batman shows up at the end. It's like, but there's no way Batman was just sitting out there like, yeah, okay, let's just wait for them to clear the way, and then we'll come in. Like, were they just sitting on a building just waiting for the Suicide Squad to fail, and then they're gonna like jump in and kick ass?
Man, like, I personally don't think that we're gonna see a Suicide Squad 2. I do believe we'll see, like, Deadshot and Harley Quinn and the Joker in movies again.
And
like,
you were saying earlier,
I don't know if we'll see a
Ben
sequel to that.
Affleck, he was saying that they could reboot all of the DCEU, and the only thing we want to stay the same is Ben Affleck's Batman.
And the part about that is that Ben Affleck's Batman is probably the only thing we're not going to get too much more of at this point.
The rumors that everyone's been seeing and hearing on the internet is, I don't think he wants to be Batman anymore.
All I can say, like...
This is the internet, too, so give or take a movie or two that may do good. If it does good, he'll stick around.
I think he should, because as I said, like, Ben Affleck,
he'll be
the best live action Batman we've had so far.
If he passed up this offer now, and then this franchise went on to just making billions of dollars like Marvel's doing now, like Marvel Studios. Just think how much he'd be kicking his ass, and I think he knows that, and I don't think he'll leave it. But if shit keeps going the way it's going, it could happen. I don't know. It's a lot to do with Warner Bros. It's to do with his personal life. It's to do with just staying in shape for the role and his age. There's so many factors that it boils down to, and I think he could play Batman for a few more films, and then maybe have him retire from Batman, but still play old Bruce Wayne, who's training like a new Batman Beyond or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could still keep him in the franchise, or maybe recast him as younger and start doing some fucking, not necessarily flashback videos, or movies, but yeah, we're running out of time, I think, so I guess we'll end this video here.
And yeah, we'll probably be making some more. But that... love the Batman discussions, and we'll be coming up with more too. So
we got a Power Ranger discussion coming eventually as well. We'll give you more info on that in later days. But anyways, take her easy, guys.